What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So what in the world happened to Sckt, Socket Mobile? What happened to them? You see the crazy increase that they did have, where they ended up, and also their highs that they have for the day, and basically where they started on Friday. It's absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I do want to ask that you hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Now, I talked about this on my TikTok. I did short form videos, and I also did another video on YouTube. Basically did a story on YouTube and talked about this in like 15 seconds. But this has been absolutely crazy. And a lot of people talked to me about this. They were like, hey, you know, this is up 200%. You should definitely check this out. And when I did see it up 200%, I was like, okay, anything that has that much of an increase over a short period of time means that you're going to have a hard fall, usually. With this case, I guess it wasn't that didn't happen, right? So the news basically was that Socket Mobile launches enterprise-grade scanners for iPhone 12 series. There was a lot of news around that. Socket Mobile to report fourth quarter earnings on Wednesday, February 24th. So you're looking at all of this information, this one bit of news, and maybe it's combined with a lot of people pushing that information. And I believe that's so. That's definitely something that could be a possibility. But you're seeing this news, and it's definitely reflecting positively on the chart. And that's literally just one day's worth of work. You can see exactly what actually happened. So total, it grew 538%. At one point, I seen it above 700%, closing in on 800. You know, getting at this $35 mark, that's like crazy from where it started. It started at $3, $3 down here, and literally over a weekend, and then into the pre-market, and then into today, it skyrocketed. And throughout the whole entire day, I was like, all right, you're going to see a sharp fall here. But the trend was not there. The trend was that it wasn't showing a sharp fall. Eventually, I knew you would get to a certain point to where people would take their profits, because it's insane not to take your profits there unless you really think that it's going to be like the next Tesla or the next Amazon or whatever. But that wasn't the case. So as you look at this, you see this growth here. It crossed over, and this, you looking at this, you would think this is like a 1 month chart or a 2 month chart. It's not. It's literally one day. And you could see that it crossed over from the 200 EMA to the 15 moving average. You can see that it never really looked back. You did have a couple of points to where it started to close in on it, only because you started at this lower price and it started to rapidly increase. So you're going to close in on that price, but it started to really separate here. And this is where people were like, all right, you know what? It's not safe to get into it. It's too high. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. This could be a combination of pushing the stock and then also having great news and news catalyst there. So this looks absolutely insane. Being at 538% is ridiculous. And you could see towards the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, took their profits here and sold off. And it continued to get to that point through pretty much the post market. You could see that it got to $18, and now it's basically sitting at $17.90. So all the way up from $35 down to $17.90. Either way, you're way above where you were when you started on Friday, right? So this is absolutely insane the way that it moved. And I am in awe of how this continued to skyrocket, even though you had tons of information telling you that this should pull back. You know, the only thing that I was looking at the sell orders, and the sell orders just weren't coming in. And I was like, all right, well, maybe this is still an opportunity to buy. And my ultimate decision when I was making these TikToks was that I don't think that you should chase the stock at this point. And I was pretty much right here where I said that you shouldn't chase the stock at this point. And if you would have chased the stock, you could have gained a little bit of something. It did pull back a little bit, so maybe you would have gotten scared and sold off. But it did end up skyrocketing again and getting up to that $35 mark of a high, which is crazy. So a lot of people that invested in this and held it, this is where I always talk about where you may miss your points. You may miss your spots to invest. And if you get to the point to where it's in the open, I still felt like you missed your spot to invest, even though it did skyrocket to $35, because you never know what's going to happen. If anything grows that much from $3 all the way up to $10, you would think that they're going to have some sort of a decrease. So you never know what's going to happen. And you can continue to get into it thinking that it's being, thinking that you know everything, but then you end up losing money. I've been in a ton of situations like that. And I'd rather take getting out of all of those positions than winning one time out of 10 or one time out of 20. And that's not what I want. Yeah, you can gain a ton of money here, but if you lose a ton of money as well, that's not going to be great. So this definitely was a big mover. I'll make sure to keep an eye on this to see exactly what's happening, if it is being pushed by anybody else, any other forum, because it does look like it's receiving a lot of push, a lot of buying power, which is something that's insane that something increased that much, that you would see that much buying power. Typically, you do see some sort of a sell-off, with the exception of like a Tesla. Or even a GameStop, but GameStop eventually sold off because of the restricted trading. So yeah, with things like a Tesla, that's something where no matter if they're shorted, they have a lot of people that are following them and always giving them positive news. But this is absolutely insane, seeing exactly what they're doing, but seeing that it may be a combination between the iPhone 12 and then also maybe some people buying this position, and it looks like that's the case. So let me know what you think about SCKT. Do you believe that this is a great position to get into? Do you feel like we need to pick their spots? Because right now, if you're looking to get into it, it's starting to push down, and maybe we'll see this push down tomorrow or pull down tomorrow, but I really don't know how this is going to play out. It was completely flat in the pre-market, which is never really the best sign, especially after all that positivity. If it's flat during the end of close, that's okay. That's great news, because typically you're going to see a sell-off or a massive increase. You're going to see something happen because they want to get in before the market actually closes. You have a lot of volume that goes in before then, but being flat in the post market is not something that I like to see. So let's see how the pre-market goes and see if you still do have an entry point. But it's up 538%. I don't really see it as an entry point. It's way too quick of a push, which means that there's going to be a large pullback eventually, and I just don't know when. So don't be stuck at the high and buy at the high and sell at the low. That's not what you want to do. That's the complete opposite. So let me know what you think about this position. Let me know what you think about this ticker symbol. But make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out some of the links down below, my credit card links. Also, Webull, if you're interested in this platform, you can do all the indicators, everything that you want to set up, and you can get free stocks by signing up, depositing $100, and you'll get those free stocks in your account. They also have other promotions that you can do to get more free stocks. So definitely check out this platform. It's amazing. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody watching my videos, but I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.